Peace, peace, my people. Cortland W. Hangers III, the Executive Director of Prioritizing Our Homeless Humanity, and of course, you know, the President of Hip Hop. And I might just bend your ear. I might ramble on a little bit, so there's a warning here. You've been pre-warned. But the conversation is about reparations. And reparations is, to me, the single most important issue in this country, not just for black people, in this country as a whole. And it is time that all of us get on board, get into the conversation, inject ourselves into the movement. If you believe, most black people I talk to and some non-black people believe that we are owed reparations. Most don't believe it's possible. We can't kind of imagine it, you know, how we can get the federal government to pay us what we are owed. What we are owed. Not only do we need it, not only do we deserve it, we are owed it, point blank, period. It's an exorbitant amount of money if you quantify it in dollars. But it's much more expansive than just money. This is about full repair. So the conversation is a very expansive conversation that we need to have, that we need to imagine into reality, definitely, and what it looks like, and how we can be a part of the movement, how we can strategize and intelligently move this issue forward to completion. This is the last piece of the puzzle as a people that we have to fill in. It's a very, very big piece of the puzzle to complete us as a culture and as a people. And the same goes for as a country. It is the piece of the puzzle that we need to finally reconcile and have a come to Jesus moment, if you will, and get justice. But it's going to be up to us to make that happen, and we can do it. So what I plan to do is to continue to talk about it. Right now, I'm just expressing from my heart and my soul, but I'll have conversations that are a little more specific regarding reparations, talking about some of the information that I get from the experts that I liaise with. I'm part of an organization called NCOBRA, National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America, one of the longest standing organizations with a reparations focus. So I'm proud to be a member of that organization, and I will talk more about that as the days go by. So there are a couple of links that I put into the post. So one of them I want you to look at in Cobra Online, which is you get more information surrounding reparations. But there's hrw.org, a link there to write a letter to the president that is in agreement with a letter that is already on his desk since May 4th. It's a letter. Yeah, I wrote a letter to the president the other day, Chuck D voice. So listen, it is a letter from NCOBRA and about 35 or so other coalition of different activist groups and organizations that are reparations focused. And they are asking him by Juneteenth. And I stumble around the word asking, but yes, they're requesting for President Biden to and Vice President Kamala Harris to make good on their promise of putting a focus on the needs of black people, the people that actually use their energy to put this administration in office, to have the attention and the light shown on us. And the letters requesting that President Biden create an executive commission to study reparations, an executive commission to study reparations in all of the vestiges of slavery through Jim Crow, through redlining, we all know the history up to this present day. And this is, well, we know what happened in Buffalo. So even if that didn't happen, this conversation is still would be just as relevant. But that what happened in Buffalo is just another case that we can't stand for this to continue to be happening in this day, and for us to still be so behind because of the history of injustice, criminality, if you will, to us as a people. And we need to get justice, restitution, reparations. So without me going too far into it, I do want you to look up the HR 40 bill, which is a bill that's been on the floor for like 30 some odd years, but now it's got the most support in terms of the House of Representatives, in terms of Congress, than it's ever had before. So we are close to the point where we can actually get that bill through the administration. And it's very similar to what this letter is asking, is to set up an executive commission to study reparations and to figure out how we're going to make it a reality. But really get the facts, really put everything expertly on paper and documented and quantified and structured on how we can make this a reality, and how we can really make do on what is owed to help repair, not to help repair, to repair our culture, our peoplehood, period. And a repaired, thriving black community here in America will equate to a repaired, thriving United States of America, which then I believe that will reverberate globally, which will help for a better, a repaired and a more empowered and a more thriving global community. That's how powerful I believe reparations will be when we finally complete that piece of the puzzle. But we got to have this conversation, and it's got to be for long term. I plan to talk about it and try to find time to talk about it every day, just tire you out with it. But with more facts, with more information. I plan to have meetings and gatherings, here in the suite or wherever, that we can have them to come together to talk about it intelligently, to agree, disagree, and work out all these kinks between us, and really figure out where we fit in this larger movement. So it's good to see that there are a lot of movements out there. So be a part of one of them. I'm a part of Cobra, and I would invite you to be a part of it as well. You can ask me questions, but at the same time, just educate yourselves and get on the train, all right? Because we're moving and we're not stopping, and we should not stop. We can't stop, won't stop. I'm putting the hip hop force behind this topic of reparations, and that's all I have to say for now. It's the R word, and a lot of us people are scared of the R word. It's like more scary than the N word, but we need to talk about it. We need to say it. Reparations now. We deserve it. We are owed it. So get with it or get going is really how I feel about it. But let's talk about it, y'all. All right, leave comments, thoughts, and however you feel, yay or nay or whatever, all in between. I'm open to all the conversation, and we're going to continue to have it. All right, peace. I'm out. Calling W. Hangers III, the Executive Director of Prioritizing Our Homeless Humanity, and, of course, the President of Hip Hop. Peace. I'm out.